What's up, everyone? It's a good day. It's Saturday. It is currently the 20th of May, and just finished up a posing practice. Things are looking good, or better, I guess. My coach said that she's actually really happy with the progress I made in the past week, and she can actually see my abs while posing. But we did have to tweak the way that I'm posing. So rather than posing a lot more to the side like I've been practicing for the past 11 weeks, now I'm posing more to the front, and it's really showing my abs a little bit more. So now I just got to practice this new way of posing for that. I got to nail my poses. We're 2 weeks out, guys. 2 weeks out. The show is June 3rd again, Boise, Idaho. Well, technically Garden City, but yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, poses are coming all together. Just got to keep practicing. Posing is seriously so important. I got a little bit more weight to drop. I did wake up at a new low of 184.0 this morning. Yeah, so I'm feeling good. Or better. Like I said, I'm still not quite as lean as I'd like to be, but at least my abs are starting to come through. So I'm hoping that in the next 2 weeks, or I guess it's next week before I start peak week, I'm hoping that I can drop at least another 2 pounds and kind of lose some weight around my midsection and like love handle area, because that's where I'm holding it the most. And that's kind of the spot. My love handle spot is really popping out when I am posing, which is not good because it makes you look more wide when you want to look more narrow. But we're gonna nail it. I'm excited either way. No matter what I look like coming into the show, I know that I tried my best and stuck it out for this full, little more than 12 weeks that I've done this series, and I'm just excited. I'm excited to get it done. I'm excited to have the prep completely done. I'm excited to be able to go back to eating carbs, and yeah, just overall I'm excited. But I think I'm going to kind of briefly touch on what I'm going to be doing after the show. I was debating on doing this now or if I wanted to do it later, like after the show is done, but I am going to do a somewhat of a reverse diet, which for those who don't know what that is, it's basically when you've been dieting super hard for a show or, for anything, but you're just dieting really hard, you're dropping carbs down really low. It's not healthy for your body to be in a very, very low caloric deficit for too long. And that's why, I don't fully agree with this diet style. But it doesn't matter. We've done it anyways. I'm not getting into that. But anyways, so you get to this point where your body needs to replenish with carbs, but at the same time, you can't fill it with too many carbs because it's going to quote unquote spill over, and you're going to just notice that you're going to gain it back in the stomach area. So you have to do it at a slow enough pace that makes sense for your body to fill out, but not to just automatically gain a big belly back. Because if you've dieted down with me for this entire prep, you don't want to ruin it, a week after. And it's definitely possible for a week. If you just go into a binge eat, then it's very possible to do that. So basically what my plans are is that, and again, sorry guys, this is going to be more of a raw one take video. Like I might cut it up a little bit, but it's not going to be like, I'm not going to probably shoot much more than this clip in the car for this video because it's already 4 minutes long, and I just wanted to talk to you guys and give you the information that would be beneficial when the prep is over, or your diet. So there's 2 different ways you can do it. If you're just dieting down and you just wanted to lose some weight, you can easily just maintain that. Just do your best to keep eating healthy, but maybe you don't have to take it like as seriously. So for instance, I've been at 80 grams of carbs the past couple of weeks, and I probably will be unless I drop lower for the show. So I'm not going to continue eating 80 carbs, but at the same time, like I said just previously, you can't go and just all of a sudden start eating 300 carbs a day like I'm used to. So I kind of have to reverse out of it. Basically, the first week I might add in, sorry, I'm kind of going back and forth. So the show day is Saturday. I plan on Saturday night after my show regardless if I win or lose, or take last place or first place, I'm planning on going to one of my favorite restaurants and picking out on meat and then probably chocolate cake, because that sounds amazing. So I'm gonna have a huge carb overload right there. And then on Sunday, I'm probably going to do the same. I'm probably going to actually have like my favorite pizza place, because these are things that I haven't really been able to eat very much while on this diet. Then that Monday, everything's getting back into a full, tracking my diet, keeping everything on track, but it's just not going to be quite so low in calories. So I'll probably keep my protein roughly where it's at for the first week, so about 300 grams of protein, but I'm going to increase my carbs to about 130 to 150. So from there, I'm going to do that for a week, and I'm going to kind of have to gauge where my body's at. I'm going to look at myself each day and say, okay, am I noticing that I'm just like getting more full and my muscles are getting a little more defined? Or am I noticing that all of a sudden my belly's coming back, like my fat in my belly is coming back? Because if so, I might need to pull it back a little bit, and that'll be something that I gauge each day. Like, it's not something where I'm gonna just, if I notice I'm getting fatter, I'm gonna keep doing it for the week. No, if I notice that my stomach's getting a lot more full, then I'm going to have to, what the heck is going on here? Then I'm going to have to pull it, and I may go down like an extra 20 carbs or something like that. But basically, that's kind of the gist of reverse dieting. So you do that for about a week or so, you figure out where your body's at, and then you're able to increase your carbs a little bit more, and then a little bit more week by week. And hopefully after about a month, then I'll be back up to my 250 grams of carbs or so. And here's my whole goal of this upcoming summer season after my show, is that I want to stay lean, but I don't need to be like so lean that I could step on stage or anything. I just want to be fairly lean to where I could go out to our pool and not feel like a fat piece of crap and just have a good time. But at the same time, the main reason that I'm doing like a reverse diet and trying to gain some more weight instead of just staying lean is so that I can try and put on a little bit more muscle, because I do want to compete again in November. There's another Boise show in November. My NPC card covers it, because the NPC membership covers for a whole year. So I would like to do that show as well, because then, like I said, my NPC card covers it, so I just have to pay for the show registration and tanning. Sorry, it's a little bumpy. So anyway, so that's kind of what my goal is. So I want to stay fairly lean. That way, I did a little bit, about a 12-week prep on this, a little bit longer, and I'm not quite as lean as I would like to be on stage. Well, if I do about a 12-week next time, and I'm a lot leaner to start with, like if let's say I only get to about 190 as my like summer weight, then I will be able to, I should be able to get stage ready in 12 weeks instead of like I should have done a 16-week prep, because I've already lost 18 pounds, guys. I started at 202 and I'm at 184 today. I think that's 18 pounds, but yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, so I have already lost a good amount of weight. It's just not quite enough. I store a lot of fat in my belly, and I didn't get quite as lean as I want to, but I do still have another week or 2 weeks before the show. So there's a chance I may lean out. I mean, even in the past week, I've leaned out to where my abs are fairly visible. So we're getting there. But yeah, so that's the kind of goal, the reverse diet, and then just kind of hang out. So my next prep, if I do that November show, my next prep would start, I believe, the end of August. Let's see, September, October, November. Yeah, because it's at the end of November. So it'd be about the middle to end of August, which the only thing that would kind of suck about that is that I would be prepping through the Olympia, which is not the end of the world, but we usually try and we go eat and do a couple things there, but it's not a big deal. I can track, and when I'm going to be doing this next show, I'm going to be doing it flexible dieting, and I've done that somewhat for this, but I also have been with a coach and following his somewhat ketogenic plan while keeping it flexible as well, because he kind of gave me permission to roll with my macros, but it's just a lot lower macros as far as the carbs, and then fats are higher and proteins higher. So basically what I plan on doing is what has worked for me in the past to get lean, probably more about 250 grams of protein, maybe a little bit more, like, and this will be while I'm cutting. So about 250 grams of protein. And then I'm probably going to be roughly at about 200 to 250 grams of carbs for most of the prep, and then it'll cut down as I get closer. And then fats are going to be lower. So I'm going to keep my fats roughly, probably to start with, around 75, 80 maybe. And then as it goes on, those will drop as well. So rather than dropping carbs out like I did on this diet, it's going to be more of dropping fats and dropping protein a little bit, but keeping enough protein that I can maintain some muscle mass while I'm cutting. So long story short, the goal after this prep is to put on a little bit of muscle, which I'm not expecting a ton. Like, the general rule of thumb is if you do everything right, it's reasonable to expect that you can maybe put on about a pound of muscle per month, and that's even pushing it. So we'll see. If I could put on 3 pounds of muscle and come into that November show looking bigger and leaner, that would be amazing. But it just kind of depends on how things go. But anyways, yeah, I'm excited to see how everything goes. This is going to be my first show, well, second show, but I'm going to actually try and do it all on my own. And I may consult a coach. I may consult the same coach that I've been using as the show gets close, like maybe the last month. But I do not plan on using him for the entire thing, just because money, and because, like I said, I believe in myself as far as I think that I can do the cutting and everything with flexible dieting on my own, and not have to spend the extra, $400 to $600 for a coach, which I know a coach definitely helps, and I don't regret doing a coach for this show whatsoever. I think, Big John has helped out immensely. His wife Shauna with posing has helped out immensely. My coach Colton has helped out immensely, or my trainer Colton. They've been great, and this whole thing has been an awesome experience, and I'll touch more on that after the show, because I'm sure I'll be thanking them as well, no matter how I place. I already know I will be, because, like I said, I nothing but good things to say about them. It's just not, the diet method is not personally for me. I react better to carbs. I know my body well enough. It has not reacted well to this low carbs. I've felt like crap pretty much since day one of the diet, and it's been one of those things where I don't want, it's kind of a mindset that a prep has to be like that you have to feel like crap during the whole thing. And I don't think you do, because I've dieted down using high carbs before and low fats, and I've actually felt really good and still lost weight, day by day. And so I know it's possible to do it that way. It's just, there's no cookie cutter recipe for everybody. Certain diets work better for certain people, certain diets don't. Like, I know a lot of people who, when they have, a few carbs in them, all of a sudden they blow it up. But me, I'm not that way for some reason. Like last summer, I was able to bring myself down to a solid 6-pack while eating 250 to 300 grams of carbs a day. It's just how I am. I'm very tall. I'm very skinny, and I think the carbs just kind of help fill me out a little bit more. But yeah, anyways, this video is long, 13 minutes. Like I said, it's pretty much going to be raw, so here's a good little cardio video you guys could do if you're doing cardio. It gives you a nice 14 total minutes of cardio. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more. This right here is my 20th episode of the series, which is pretty crazy. I don't know. I know I don't do videos too often, about twice a week, but it's been a good experience, and I plan on, I'm not stopping YouTube either when this is up. So that's the last thing I'm going to say. I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep probably at 2 videos a week. I might try for more down the road. I do want to get a better camera. Right now I'm using my iPhone, which works really well. The quality is really good, but I would like to get a camera with the flip screen on it that I can actually use and get a little bit better quality. And I also, I keep thinking of things. I also need to figure out some sort of game plan for my gym, because I love the rec center, but I almost feel that I need to go to another gym because I can't record there, and I know that would help increase my viewership and be able to show you guys more tips and tricks and exercises. And they're only letting me record 1 day a week, Thursday mornings, and it's the guaranteed time is 6:45 to 7:15, and I can't even record at that time because I'm almost done with my workout, and I'm usually gone from the gym at about 7. So they said I could potentially work out earlier depending on who's in the gym, because some people were complaining about me. So I don't know. I wish we had another like Ido Athletic or something closer to me, or I guess Crunch Fitness is what it's called now, but we don't. So yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna end this video here. 15 minutes. I went another extra minute that I was planning on. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video, which will be probably like Tuesday. Bye.